In 1895, they started to say, wait, there's something inside the atom. And they started to find electrons and protons and neutrons. And then they finally said, well, okay, what's inside the electrons and the protons and the neutrons? And that's when the whole world of physics went upside down, because they said these particles, electrons and protons, when they went inside, there was nothing physical inside. There were like miniature nano tornadoes, vortices of energy spinning, vibrating. Every atom is a vibrating source of energy. Atoms are miniature tornadoes. They vibrate at frequencies. They have a force field, which gives them that character of being physical. They reflect light so I can see them. And lo and behold, the energy universe becomes what we see as the physical universe, except in truth, as quantum physics reveals, it's all energy, it's all vibration. Well,
this here represents the surface of life. Surface. And we see surfaces, you know, surfaces. And about 300 years ago, scientists, they started wondering, what was this wood, and what was this metal, and what was it really? So they start looking into matter. So this side is matter, and this side is mind. Mind and matter. And the scientists, well, they discovered molecules. Deeper they went, and they discovered these atoms. And like I say, they thought that was the smallest particle for a long time. All these things we learn about in school. They went deeper, and they find inside the atoms these little electrons and neutrons and protons. And they went deeper and deeper and deeper. Smaller and smaller particles. Smaller and smaller particles. They found 4 forces. On a deeper level, the 4 became 3. And on a deeper level, the 3 became 2. And then, about 30 years ago, modern science, quantum physics, discovered the unified field. The unity of all the particles and all the forces of matter, of creation. Not only did they discover the unified field, but they found that everything that is a thing emerges from this field of no thing. Unmanifest it is. Unmanifest. It is no hyphen thing, but all things come from it. Anything that is a thing has emerged from this field of unity. It's oneness. The scientists know this exists, but if they wanted to get there, you can't get there. It's unmanifest. You can't walk into this field. But any one of those scientists could practice a technique, transcendental meditation, which, remember, true happiness is not out there. You're given a mantra, a very specific sound, vibration, thought. Very specific. It needs to be life-supporting at all deeper levels. And that mantra that you're given, that Maharishi gives, the key that opens the door. The mantra turns the mind within, turns the awareness within, and you naturally dive. Why is it natural? Because each deeper level of mind and each deeper level of intellect has more happiness. And the deeper levels of mind and deeper levels of intellect correspond to deeper levels of matter. At the borderline of intellect, you transcend. Transcend is the key word. It means to go beyond. You're going beyond field of relativity, duality, experiencing oneness. Pure, unbounded, infinite consciousness. This consciousness has qualities: infinite creativity, intelligence, energy, love, power, and bliss. Dynamic peace. Always been there, never had a beginning, it is and it will be forever. Unbounded, infinite, eternal, immutable, immortal consciousness, fullness. Any human being can experience this easily and effortlessly with Transcendental Meditation. Transcendental Meditation is just a vehicle to get you here. When you experience this level, you enliven it, and it grows in the individual. So if you started with a ball of consciousness this big, everyone has consciousness. Consciousness is the way to understand consciousness. If you took it away, you'd see what it really is. If there wasn't any consciousness, we wouldn't exist. And if we did exist, we wouldn't know it. It's the I amness of life. It is life itself. Tied to consciousness is all this: creativity, intelligence, energy, love, power, bliss, dynamic peace, all positive, light of unity, all positive. You experience this level and you enliven it, and this ball of consciousness that you thought was just going to stay the same for the rest of your life starts expanding, and these qualities expand. So day by day, you're growing creativity, intelligence, love, energy, and this ball of consciousness is now expanding, and you're owning unconscious or subconscious more and more and more. Side effect of the growth of this consciousness is negativity starts to recede, tension, write all these things, stress, anxiety, sorrow, depression, anger, hate, fear, all starts to go. Can't live in the light of this. In schools, when there's stressed anxiety, horror stories, depression, so many people on pharmaceutical drugs, suicides, shootings, stabbings, you give a student this technique. It's easy to do. It's not concentration, it's not contemplation. Concentration, contemplation keep you right on the surface. You're not transcending. It's this field that does everything for the human being. This field. And you experience this field when you really get there and transcend. This is transcendental consciousness. It's, there's so many names for this field. The Tao, Kingdom of Heaven, all these names for this one field, the absolute, totality. In Vedic language, this field is called Atma. A-T-M-A, means the self, with a capital S. Know thyself. Get there. Know it by being it. Unfold it. And what you're doing is unfolding your full potential as a human being. Your full potential of the beautiful human being is called enlightenment. And people can unfold their enlightenment.
A few months ago, after knowing Eckhart Tolle for a while and studying the books. I woke up and I suddenly got it. I understood suddenly how thought was just an illusory thing. And how thought is responsible for, if not all, most of the suffering we experience. And then I suddenly felt like I was looking at these thoughts from another perspective. And I wondered, who is it that's aware that I'm thinking? And suddenly I was thrown into this expansive, amazing feeling of freedom from myself, from my problems. I saw that I was bigger than what I do. I was bigger than my body. I was everything and everyone. I was no longer a fragment of the universe. I was the universe. And ever since that day, I've been trying to get back there. It comes and it goes. It's like riding a wave. Sometimes I'm on, sometimes I'm off. But at least I know where I want to go. And I want to take as many people with me as I possibly can, because the feeling is amazing.
But that you, in your fundamental existence, you are the total energy that constitutes this universe. Playing that it's you. Playing that it's this particular organism. And even playing that it's this particular person. Colossal reality, the energy that is everything. That is a unitary energy, that is one, plays at being many, at manifesting itself in all these particulars that we call you and you.
For an outside source for God as opposed to looking within ourselves. If you notice, almost every religion preaches the same thing. There's a divine energy within all of us. The kingdom of God lies within you. We are all connected. We are one. But the ego separates us. Illusion based on judgments and beliefs. Letting go of the ego is edging God out of you. Finding that divine light that illuminates within all of us. And there are multiple ways to connect with the God that lies within you. Take psychedelics, for example. They are cheat codes to accessing universal knowledge and cosmic consciousness. That's what makes them illegal. The ones in control don't want you to have access to this knowledge. They want to keep you stuck in this matrix. You are programmed from school age up until the time you start working to be stuck in a Monday through Friday 9 to 5 mindset. This mentality is literally draining your energy and keeping you at a low vibration. Kills dreams and doesn't allow you to reach your true purpose. It also doesn't allow you to make time for yourself and do things like meditate. That takes self-discipline, which the majority of us do not have. But meditation is a very important aspect to incorporate in your daily routine because it strengthens your mind, intuition, and connects you to your higher self. It allows you to receive downloads from the ether. Meditation connects you to higher frequencies and vibrations, so therefore you don't have to turn to anywhere else for knowledge that lies within yourself.
You are really the eternal source of all things. But you could say, how's that so? Because we know that everybody dies. And one day I won't be. Well, of course. You can't know what it is to be alive unless you've once been dead. Because everything that exists is vibration. It goes on and it goes off. And so the on part is what we call birth, and the off part is what we call death. And you can't have one without the other, just as you can't have a front without a back, light without darkness, or solid without space. And so, you are it.
universe. The universe resides within you. You are the beginning and the end.
You are the cosmos and constellations. Your potential, waiting to be explored. You are
the universe.